feel so frustrated with the ICE rates in Chicago because I live in a dual world. What do I mean by that? In my personal life, I grew up in a white system, white grammar school, white high school, white university. So everyone on my private social media is basically white, wealthy, well off. And when I post about these ICE rates and the realities that are happening in my Latino community here in Chicago and everywhere else, I get angry DMs from cops, from people that are white, from people whose parents came the right way, even if they're European immigrants, whatever it is, they don't understand the atrocities that are happening in my community. And then I clock into work, a predominantly white space, tech. No one says anything. Everyone's silent. Everyone's going about their day. I have to sit there and act like I'm focusing in my meetings when all I can think of is my friends that are texting me, my Hispanic friends that are freaking out because their parents are undocumented and the ICE raids are going on in their communities while they're at work. People feel unsafe. I go home, I clock out of work, and I go home to my parents and I have dinner with them. And all we hear on the news day in and day out is stories of atrocious things, racial profiling, people abusing power. There are literal politicians that are being dragged out of rooms because white men in power can't emotionally regulate themselves because racist people were handed a position of power that is now terrorizing Latino communities. But then I log into my public platforms and I see people that sympathize, black and brown followers that understand where I'm coming from. The duality that exists in my life makes me feel like I'm being tugged at the seams. And all at once, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because I see both sides of it. I see a group of people that will never understand, seemingly so. And then I see a group of people that understands me on such a deep-rooted level. I feel so frustrated.
Guys, ICE is back in Chicago. Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So credit goes to the creators in these videos. And guys, just in case you don't know what ICE is, in today's video, ICE is the government agency that looks for people that do not have legal documents to live in the United States. So when they come, they arrest people that they believe are in the country illegally. And nowadays, many families in Chicago are worried about this rate. I mean, parents are scared to go to work, to take their children to work. Children are afraid that their mom or dad might not come home, right? And the fear has spread across many communities, especially among immigrants. I mean, the communities are trying to help, the churches are trying to help. You know, they give information to people, they teach people what to do. But this does not stop the fact that everyone is afraid. I mean, they're even rounding up citizens. I mean, like, that is absolutely ridiculous. And the city of Chicago is saying that Chicago is a, in quotes, sanctuary city, which means that local police do not work directly with ICE. So city leaders want to protect immigrants and keep families safe. And many people are saying that they see ICE in their communities. So once ICE is spotted in the community, obviously stress and sadness has overwhelmed that particular place in that particular period of time, right? And many people are saying that this is just unfair to the immigrants because in many parts of Chicago right now, the families are living in fear because of this ICE rates. Because look at the building that they raided just a couple of days ago. In the middle of the night, they came like a thief in the night and rounded up almost everybody, even citizens. And every morning, people are just afraid that that day might be the day when their loved ones might be taken away. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's see what these other creators have to be
honest with y'all, I can't even make my normal content right now because I'm so genuinely disgusted by the state of what's going on. I have lived in Chicago for years, and despite what the news wants to make it seem like, it is a very peaceful, community-based, beautiful city. The current administration loves to say that Chicago's a war zone. Do you know who's making it a war zone? It's ICE. It's 100% ICE. Guys, ICE came from helicopters in the middle of the night and kidnapped an entire apartment complex. Zip-tied everyone, elderly, children. Some of them were not even wearing clothes. Please tell me how that's protecting a community and not absolutely destroying it. And now he's trying to send the National Guard. For what? to go to Sunday farmers markets? What are you talking about? And forgive me for saying all of this while I'm putting on my makeup. I have to go to work, but I can't sit in front of a camera and talk about fucking anything else. First of all, we can start with the obvious. Immigrants have never been a problem in Chicago. They've only ever added so much beauty to the city. Duh. And I just want to say this. If you live in Chicago and you think this doesn't affect you, you are so fucking wrong. You cannot call yourself a Chicagoan and not be doing something or saying something about this. I'm gonna be honest, I am still gathering resources, learning about ways to help, but what I do know right now is that there are some schools who are looking for volunteers to be there at pickup and drop off, just in case ICE comes to the school and tries to fuck with anybody. So I'm personally trying to do that on the days that I don't have work. If you also want to do that, either comment or DM me. I'd help you try to find a school to get matched with, because I know there's a lot of different schools that are looking for this. And if you have any other resources, please drop them in the comments or make your own video about this, because it needs to be spread everywhere. Everybody needs to be doing... Guys, everyone needs to be fucking doing something, okay? If you're not doing something, I'm looking at you really fucking weird right now. In 10 to 20 years, when y'all have kids and they go, oh my God, we just learned about this shit that happened in Chicago 10 years ago. Mom, what were you doing? And you say, reposting shit on Instagram? Is that gonna feel good to say to your kid? Or are you gonna wanna say, oh, I actually fucking did something in the community and helped, okay? I know we all have different capacity. I know. But there's something. Do something. At the very least, y'all need to be spreading resources about this, and you need to learn what to do if you see ICE and how to potentially intervene and help a kidnapping not happen. Please remember that if you are not anti-racist, then you are actively allowing racism to occur, right? So you either have to be anti-racist or racist. Like, that's how it works. And anti-racism is about daily action, so that means we have to be doing something. And like I said, I am still learning, so I really don't fully know everything I can do to help right now, but I know that I'm trying to do something, okay? So please message me if you can do the school thing, and if you know of any other ways that you can help, please put them in the comments. We need Chicago to come together, because we're not fucking playing. They're about to...
Guys, you remember a couple of months ago, if you don't remember, Trump said he was going to send the National Guard to Chicago, and the leaders in Chicago were saying no, they did not want the National Guard to be sent to their states because they do not feel they have the need for it. Nowadays, in many parts of Chicago, every morning, people are afraid that it might be the last day they will see their loved ones. Parents are beginning to tell their kids to stay calm in case something happens, and it's so heartbreaking. Because ICE officers come early in the morning, they come late at night, they knock on doors, ask for papers, and most of the time, people are taken away without a warning. Many families are left behind crying and confused. Guys, do you support this? Let me know in the comment section your take about this. And the sad part is just these kids, because many of these children do not understand why this is happening to their parents, right? Especially these parents that pay taxes, that work hard, parents, and they just try to live a good life. And the saddest part about this is that once they are taken, most of the time they never return. Most of them are always deported, and many of these immigrants are believing that maybe at a point in time this fear will end. Many are saying that this hard time has made them stronger, and they are just hoping and praying for peace and justice for themselves. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you support this or are you against it? Let's see what these other creators have to say.
Do you guys recall a few months ago when the ICE raids started in LA? There were so many people making videos from the Black community talking about Black people, sit your asses down because this is not our fight. Do not get involved. Let the Mexicans take it for once. Do you recall that? Because I do. I saw hundreds of videos like this, and they used to piss me off, but I didn't make no video responding to any of them. But are you ready to stand the fuck up now? They just raided cities in Chicago, predominantly Black cities. Predominantly Black communities. People are describing what they've seen. I haven't watched the videos, but they're talking about people being zip tied in the middle of the night, half naked, some naked, people being choked out, 40 plus people being arrested, separated from their families, a Black Hawk dropping them off in the roof of the building, officers jumping out and raiding the entire building in the middle of the night. They're describing it as traumatizing. Can you imagine how many kids and families have been traumatized just in LA because of these ICE raids? I'm sorry, but we tried to warn you guys that it was coming. Who do they hate most in this fucking country? Mexicans and blacks. And for you to think that it doesn't affect you, that was just, is it not clicking? Come on. Like I said, like, we are stronger together as a community. Like, whenever you think it doesn't affect you, it's gonna come knocking at your fucking door. And until that happens, you're not gonna understand that it does affect you. Everything that happens in this country affects everybody, especially minorities. Is it clicking yet though?
ICE raided an apartment complex in Chicago on Tuesday night while everybody was sleeping. They dragged everybody out of their house. They had a machete cutting down the fence. They had helicopters deployed there. People said that the kids were brought out unclothed. And they were zip tied together. This is not just about immigration because they went in there with no warrant. They raided the whole apartment complex, and they took black families and Hispanic families and they separated them, and they detained 37 people, and there was American citizens included in these 37 people. So at this point, it's not just about immigration. This is about instilling fear and just showing that they have the power. Basically, they have the power to, because they're going into whole apartment complexes, no warrant, just detaining everybody. Wake the fuck up, okay? 1930s Germany. That's all. That's all. Wake up, wake up. And they don't give a. You're not rich, so they don't give a fuck about you. Like, you're not important. So if you think this is okay, like, it's not, and it's not affecting you, and it's about immigration. This is not just about immigration. It's not. It's bigger than that. ICE is bigger than immigration.
So as we all know, it's gotten pretty icy out here in Chicago, in the Chicago suburbs. I'm in like the Elgin, St. Charles, Aurora, and Naperville. I'm kind of all over these west suburbs. They're fucking everywhere. So you need to look out for your community. You need to keep that phone on you. And if you're coming from a position of privilege like me, you need to be willing to do what you need to do to protect your neighbors. In a time where they are preying on our division to make us weaker, we need to stand together to be stronger than them. So to anyone in the Chicagoland area who is feeling stressed and scared and like they don't know what to do, just start by looking out for your neighbors. I also suggest giving Rachel Cohen a follow, who has been on the front lines of ensuring that the ICE detention facility in Broadview is having the hardest time ever. My queen. But if you are sitting there paralyzed in fear and you don't know what to do, it's not helping anyone. Just start by talking to your friends.
There's one thing is certain about this ICE raids. They are hurting families and they are scaring children. Many of these immigrants came to the United States to find a better life. I mean, so much for the land of dreams, right? They work hard, they pay their taxes, and they help build the city. And now they are living in fear every day because of the threat of being taken away. And I believe that it's not right that children are growing up afraid that their parents might disappear, right? Many of these kids, I'm sure they will even have trouble sleeping at night. And many of them even skip school because they worry about ICE showing up at their homes. Guys, no child must have that kind of fear. No child should live with that kind of fear. And like I said earlier, America is known as a country of freedom and opportunity. So it means that people should be treated with respect, people should be treated with kindness. And instead of just sending all these agents to arrest people, I mean, the government should make it easier for immigrants to become legal citizens. I mean, it's as simple as that. Because many of them have been there for years working to help and keep the community. Okay, so in my opinion, I don't think ICE raid is the solution because it doesn't help anybody. It's only breaking families apart. And the money spent on all these operations can be diverted to another purpose. Can be used for schools, to support schools, hospitals, jobs, and the rest of them. The government should direct their focus on this, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I really want to hear from you. And if I found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Please stay safe. Mental health is important. Ciao.